Robert.
Good morning, everybody. We have breaking news from the debacle with Jack Murphy. He has now threatened this entire community and declared war on everybody who's a part of it. Now, I want to be very clear. We're all laughing our asses off at him. There's nothing more to say than that. Jack has handled this in the worst possible way anybody could ever do so. Now, along with that, he threatened the Quartering, who's been exposing him all day for the past couple days. And still, to this moment, as I'm recording, the Quartering is revealing breaking information and is being threatened by Jack Murphy's community. So, without further ado, we have the fall and decline of the Jack Murphy empire. And here are these private messages from Jack Murphy to Rekieta Law. Now, I want you actually to go check out Rekieta Law to have him read it to you and for him to give you the full in-depth detail. I just want to go over it so you guys can see that Jack Murphy is not a good dude. He threatens and manipulates, and he's just not a good guy. Here, just watch these, look at these screenshots I took of the private messages from Rekieta Law's live stream. Again, please go check out his live stream for a more in-depth review of these different messages.
How many of you had on your bingo card at the beginning of this year that you would see a picture of Jack Murphy with a dildo in his ass from his own Chatterbait?
Yesterday, we found out that Jack Murphy tweeted to Glenn Beck, "My fiance and I are victims of a revenge porn scandal by sexual predator The Quartering, a close associate of Sydney Watson, Elijah Schaefer, and others at the Blaze. I hate bringing attention to this. This is sexual violence beyond the pale. Glenn Beck, what do you say?" I hope Glenn Beck doesn't get involved and Jack has to deal with this by himself. So if you're part of this community, you know that a lot of people at the Blaze had a problem with Jack Murphy before he was even on. And if they would have known he was there, they would have been in the studio and things would have gone far differently than how they did. He is trying to drag them into it, which is not the best idea, because there's one in particular that I know Jack Murphy had a real problem with in the past, and that's not a guy you want to mess with. And I wouldn't mess with anybody at the Blaze, because one, they're smart as hell, two, they have good lawyers, and three, you're involving everybody in that community, and you're basically setting yourself up to fail. Now, my question is, to the people who are his mutuals, how do you feel about all this? I haven't heard too much from people who typically support him, and it's kind of interesting to see that they're not saying too much. So let's just hope it doesn't take too long for them to respond to all this craziness, because the longer they do, the more credibility is lost on their side. And you know what the great thing is? You can tell the people in this community who really stand for what they believe in, because they're making videos, they're talking about it, they're not shying away from the subject, because it might affect what they'll be on, what they won't be on. You know, I was feeling a little nervous about doing all this, and then I realized why. Why would I feel nervous about how I feel? Why would I feel nervous about my opinion? If those people don't want to be associated with me, or ever talk to me, or ever read a chat that I send, that's fine. That's their problem. Me, myself, I'm going to have my own opinion, and I'm going to say what I want to say. And if you don't like it, then that's your own damn problem. That's not mine. Those of you who know me, you've seen me through the community. You see me here and there on different live streams chatting. I'm me. And that's all I can be. And you know what? That's fine.